approaching the ring now, and this ring walk can tell you so much. Look at the focus on his face.
Alright, Fight Night fans,
Remember, guys,
let's jump straight into it. Tonight I'm playing head-to-head, and I just lost to Joe Louis, so I thought I'd pick Joe Louis. As you see, my opponent is called BruhDaFuq. He comes into the ring, he's using Tyson. He's got just under 1,000 wins, just under 200 losses. I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, 1,000 wins, and he's picked Tyson, one of the most powerful, overpowered, destructive boxers on Fight Night Champion. So I've picked Joe Louis because of my loss to him when I was using Ali, and I'm thinking to myself, I've got my hands full, but I'll see what I can do. And the fight is actually a cracking fight. I'm only going to show you the highlights because we're going to move on to something else. Because BruhDaFuq, even though he's got a brilliant record, you know, just under 1,000 wins, he was slightly annoying to fight. He picked Tyson, and he showboated a bit, and he basically got under my skin a little bit because he was showboating, he was being a bit foolish, and he didn't use Tyson particularly well. I thought he was going to smash me out, and he didn't. And I don't want to sort of spoil it, but the fight is very, very, very close. And at the end of it, he didn't send a good fight message or anything. He, you know, as I said, he showboated during the fight, and he just annoyed me a little bit. So yeah, I'm trying to get used to using Joe Louis. He's not a fighter I've used a lot. I only started using him because, you know, I lost a cracking fight against him when I used Muhammad Ali, and I thought I'd give him a go. And this is the first guy I come up against, Mike Tyson.
Last 10 seconds of round number 3. He takes a shot and then
so most players that use Tyson, because he's so strong, they sort of try and overpower you, and he doesn't quite do that. Well, he tries, I suppose, in his own little way, but he uses the sidestep power straight a lot, and he tries to get me coming in, so he sort of he almost boxes with Tyson, and when I do start catching him, he backs away, and like I said, he showboats. So I've cracked him there, good and proper, and he hooks me. I can feel the love. Excuse me. And see, I'm trying my best to use Joe Louis, or Joe Lewis, however you want to pronounce it, and box on the outside, and I'm trying to get the better of Tyson, but it's tough. You know, he's cracked me hard, I've cracked him hard. It is a close fight, could go either way, and we get to the 10th round, and I was kicking myself because only one punch from Tyson, if it's timed right, only one punch can put you straight on your backside, and it's not hard because he hits like a brick. So even though I see the fight was 50-50, it could have gone either way, and we enter the 10th round, and the worst happens. But I think I'm doing okay here. You know, I'm boxing on the outside, I'm cracking them with hard shots. It's an even Steven fight. Cracked him again, good and proper.
He found the answer.
Yeah, well, what happened is he made a little adjustment a couple rounds ago.
Lewis is in position to pull this out, and you can see his corner man is telling him just that. Don't worry about the fact that it's a close fight. go out there and win it here in these.
So even the corner is saying, going into the 10th round, the corner is saying it's a close fight. You can win this. Boom, one punch off Tyson. One punch. I think it was a sidestep straight, and I fell for it. So now I know I'm in trouble. I know that maybe he's edging it now because it was close. Now he's got a 2-point round, and what does he do? Watch this.
Climb back up from the canvas may inspire him.
And that's what he does. He knows he's won the round, so he stands there with his guard up. Doesn't do a lot. So yeah, the guy, the player, BruhDaFuq, whatever his name is, you got under my skin, mate.
Lewis has got to find an answer for this because his accuracy has been.
But I'm cracking him, you know.
I like the fact he's willing to throw, but he needs
I'm cracking Tyson, and if he hadn't got that knockdown, that fight could have easily gone my way. You'll see the cards at the end. There's only 2 or 3 points in it, and if he hadn't got that knockdown, if I'd got the knockdown in the last round, I would have probably won that fight. But so I was sort of kicking myself, really, that I was stupid enough to throw that chicken wing when I did, when I should have just boxed on the back foot and tried to steal that final round and maybe caught him coming in. But no, I fell for it. Threw a chicken wing, charge Tyson. You can't charge Tyson, and he cracked me with that right. It stole him the round, and the round stole him the fight. And anyone who plays Fight Champion, you know, as much as I do, who loves the game, certain matches get under your skin, certain players get under your skin, and you get annoyed with yourself for losing, because it's not them beating you, it's you beating yourself by being stupid. So yeah, this was one of those fights, and my stomach was turning. I thought I'll go and make a cup of tea and chill out. It's only a game. But yeah, it got to me.
But the envelope, please, will bring all the drama.
So yeah, when the ref raises Tyson's hand, my stomach turns. I'm like, oh no, how did I lose that fight? And I'm mumbling and grumbling to myself, how did I lose? And I went and made a cup of tea. Thought, chill out, do me one thing. But I tell you what, I had my tea. Pressed the start button one more time. I thought, I'll drink my tea, have one more fight, and guess who I come up against next? Guess who my next fight is? And it was a chance for redemption, because you're right, it's BruhDaFuq again. And who does he go for? He goes straight for Isaac Frost. And not only does he pick Isaac Frost, he bloody tells me to hurry up. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to smash this guy. I want to beat him, and I want to beat him bad. So I pick Isaac Frost myself. It's a Frost versus Frost match. Puts us on an even playing field. He's not overpowered. Well, he is overpowered, but I am too. I mean, but Tyson is overpowered. Frost is just two equal fighters, both overpowered. So yeah, I'm thinking I want to beat this guy, and I want to beat him bad, but I'm thinking the best way to do it, because he's a bit of a bully. He picks Tyson, he picks Frost, he's picking all the powerful fighters. I'm thinking he's going to try and bang me out early, and I've got to be patient. And if I am patient, I could win. So I'm the Frost with the pink gloves. If you don't already know, but yes, he's the Frost with the blue gloves. BruhDaFuq. I'm the Frost with the pink gloves. And all I'm doing is letting him waste his shots.
Up top with the right hand. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. The big, burly,
lovely little combo by me.
Combination. Well, we're just underway here, and you can already sense the type of fight we're going to have.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often where you actually have a fight and then, you know, rest for 5 minutes, then press the start button, then you get the same guy again. As it happens, after this fight is over, I go and have a little look at his hub, and he actually went away in the time I made a cup of tea and knocked the guy out in a round. So after beating me on points, he goes, fights another bloke, knocks him out in a round. Next fight, I've come back from making me tea, it's me again. Doesn't happen a lot, but yeah, you can get matched against the same guy almost straight away again. So to me, I was happy because I was thinking, yeah, redemption, man. I'm going to beat this guy this time. You see, he is very, very aggressive. He's got a really aggressive style of fighting, and that's why he picks Tyson and Frost, because his combos are pretty nifty and he throws a lot of powers.
Round comes to an end, and it just boggles the mind time and time. We sit here ringside and we watch guys who waste time. They're out there just going through.
But yeah, I couldn't believe it when he picked Frost.
Hey, if you don't move your hands,
yeah, he beats me, close points decision, and the next time he goes straight for Frost. The most deadly, powerful, overpowered boxer in the game.
He's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent.
So I thought, well, I'm not going to back out, and the only thing I can do is pick Frost too.
Frost can do is generate power.
So there's a little tip for you guys who don't play a lot. If someone picks Frost, pick Frost yourself. Just change the colour of his gloves so you don't get confused when you are in the fight. But yeah, I did the same with Sugar Ray Robinson at middleweight. I changed the colour of his gloves because, again, if someone picks him, the only player that can beat him is him. Well, actually, sometimes you can beat him with who's the I've forgotten his name, man. The guy who you play the champion mode with.
Good combination by Isaac Frost right there.
Andre Bishop's his name. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, so Andre Bishop, you can beat Sugar Ray Robinson with him.
Frost's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well.
I'm thinking psychology-wise, BruhDaFuq, with his record, 1,000 wins, 200 losses, I think he's quite arrogant. He picks the big punches, the Tysons, the Frosts, and I'm sort of guessing his psychology. He's a bit of an arrogant fella. Thinks he's better at the game than what he thinks he is. That sort of record. But he's only got that record by picking guys like Tyson and Frost. Sometimes I'll pick an underpowered fighter just to actually mix it up a bit, because the game, it's designed in a particular way where certain fighters are just so much better than other fighters. You do end up having the same fights over and over again. Say Frost or Tyson Ari or Ali Tyson, Marciano Tyson, Marciano. So I used to pick underpowered fighters, Tommy Morrison, George Foreman, just to try and mix it up a bit, just to try and get a different fight. But if you do worry about your record, I don't advise doing that, because you come across an average player using Tyson. If you're using Tommy Morrison or Foreman, you could get beat off an average player. So your record does suffer if you try and mix it up.
Get out of range a little bit. The others move your head, the others block.
I don't do it so much these days, but let's see, one thing that annoys me sometimes is you will go and pick an underpowered fighter. You might see a pick for a laugh, you might pick Butterbean and wait for your opponent to pick. And instead of picking an underpowered fighter himself, which some sportsmen do, some players do that, they'll try and make it a fair fight. I see 80% of players will go and pick Frost or Tyson to beat up Butterbean. And that sort of annoys me a little bit, but such is life. People don't like to lose, eh?
He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. Frost's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Well, and that's exactly what he deserves. The ref getting
I threw that headbutt on purpose because he was taking some damage, and the headbutt's gonna make that damage even worse. And if I land a powerful punch on top of the headbutt, that's normally enough to stun him. Headbutt power punch is normally enough to stun someone.
Frost's defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. And round 3 comes to an end.
So yeah, I'm guessing old BruhDaFuq sitting there probably frustrated now. He's thinking to himself, hang on, I couldn't knock him out with Tyson, and I'm used to banging everyone out, and now I can't knock him out with Frost. And I've just won that round. So let's hope his arrogance and frustration works against him. And I've got news for you without ruining it. It just might.
Marciano, we love Marciano. You know, the Rock. He used to hit guys on his arm.
Lovely little uppercut by Pink Glove Frost. Blue Glove Frost is wasting a lot of shots. He's still landing, but he's throwing a lot and wasting a lot. So I'm guessing that Pink Glove Frost is conserving his stamina that little bit better than Blue Glove Frost.
Good job staying away from the danger there.
Blue Glove Frost is missing again through a nice uppercut right combo, but both bounced off Pink Glove Frost's pink gloves. Nice little right hand by Pink Glove Frost. Ooh, nice little combo got through me guard.
90 seconds to go in round number 4.
Bouncing off my pink gloves again.
Frost's punch didn't come close.
But he's not having it, old Blue Gloves, old BruhDaFuq. He wants to know. I wonder if you pronounce it BruhDaFuq, so it's like BruhDaFuq.
Very nice work to the head. The right hand.
Now he's trying to pick his shots a bit more. But yeah, the key to beating an aggressive player or a player that's expecting to bang you out is to frustrate them. That is the key.
Last 10 seconds.
He's now like bouncing around the ring. He's keeping his Philly shell guard up, and I'm thinking to myself, he doesn't really know what to do. He's frustrated. He came out swinging bombs early, and he's starting to slow down. And I'm starting to think I've got the advantage now.
Legal things right now, because that's the kind of cut that tempts you to use crazy glue.
Zoning in on that gut combination punch downstairs.
Yeah, it's always nice to get redemption if you do lose a fight that you don't think you should have lost. Because I've actually lost a fight on Fight Night Champion, and it's stopped me. I shouldn't admit this, but it actually stopped me from sleeping. You sort of lying there trying to go to sleep, thinking it's only a video game, but the punches running through your mind, and you're thinking, how did I fall for that sidestep power straight? How did I fall for that? And it does it can slow you down from getting a nice decent snooze, a nice night's sleep. But if you get the chance of redemption, you will sleep like a baby when the fight's over.
Athletic ability and instincts, and how much of that is being trained well.
Well, most of it's trained well. If I take a guy off the street, Joe, and he hasn't been taught anything...
See, he's run out of ideas, how Blue Glove Frost doesn't know what to do. He's leaning back, he's missing shots, he hasn't got a clue what to do. And I do tend to find out with a lot of guys that use the overpowered guys, the Frosts, the Tysons, they're not really particularly skilled. They're just used to banging people out. They're used to picking the overpowered guy and getting an easy win. And it is, it's like fighting a bully. If you actually stand up to the guy who's using the overpowered guy, if you stand up to him and fight back, chances are you'll beat him. It's cracked me there. Avit. Saved by the belly was then.
This is what battle is about.
Blue Glove Frost
is all about.
Saved by the bell.
All right, breathe. Deep breath.
The start of the 6th round. Frost's going to just try to keep doing exactly what he did.
He went for that sidestep straight again. He loves the old sidestep straight.
He put forth a game plan he noticed early on in training camp, and it's worked to perfection.
Relax, relax.
Frost
Caught me there. Caught me good and proper.
Isaac Frost giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. He's got that certain something that's a well-acquired skill of this craft of boxing, and that is superb defense, and it's on target tonight.
It is. The old timers would say, you know,
He's resorted to the orty-quirty. He doesn't know what to do, so he's putting his left leg in, and then he puts his left leg out. And then what he does is he shakes it all out.
Reaching the halfway point
Does the orty-quirty, and he turns around. Because, I mean, that's what it's all about. Oh, okie cookie cookie. Oh, okie cookie cookie.
Cross combination punching is working well here. Big uppercut from Isaac Frost, who's a
He can't land a punch now, can he? I'm playing with him, toying with him, picking him apart on the outside.
Trying to go downstairs, but off target.
He's going to walk onto one. I don't want to ruin it for you, but he is going to walk onto one.
Frost, the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. Committing to the work downstairs with the left. Could this be the start of a big comeback? He went
Now he's backing off.
Fight to now nearly down and out.
You know, that's what makes boxing so great. Yes.
Boom!
Frost's corner did a good job.
Yeah, he managed to get up from that knockdown.
You can tell
It's right at the end of the round, so.
not the fighter that was.
But now I'm thinking to myself, you know, I've got a 2-point round. I'm outboxing him. This is my fight. It'd be nice to knock him out, but I'll settle for a points win. And again, if you watch, he's not landing anything, and I'm just picking him off on the outside,
Throwing a lot of punches right here, but not a lot
throwing the odd jab, switching down to his body every now and then, and all he's dancing around, all his orty-quirty. It's not working at all for him,
Not doing damage, as you said.
and he's just wasting shots.
landing more than one. Both were able
I'm
to
throwing a lot of right hands over the top rope, and one's going to crack him.
back with a right hand.
Oof!
Right to the body. There's that overhand right. Brings the hook that time.
A lot of right hands are landing.
Isaac Frost putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination.
And all these punches just bouncing straight off my gloves.
He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Wow! Ruined in one instance. Just
Boom! And there he goes. Well, I tell you what, that was a really satisfying win. It was redemption, and I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight instead of worrying about why I fell for his bloody step straight with Tyson earlier. So yeah, Fight Night Champion fans, cheers for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the fight. I certainly enjoyed getting revenge on the BruhDaFuq, and I'll give BruhDaFuq a shout out because both were pretty close fights really, and yeah, I enjoyed getting revenge. Alright, I'm going to say goodnight with Teddy Atlas, and I'll see you next time for your next dose of Fight Night Champion. Bye for now.